Hey everybody, it's me, James, and tonight I am doing a test shave of a soap that Irina from Ginger's Garden gave to me generously to test shave with. This is Heller High Water. I had to double check that. Highlander or High Water. Um, Child that grew up watching Highlander. So just wanted to make sure that I got that in there correctly. Um, Again, yo, what's up, Manny? What's up, brother? She gave me a very generous sample to test. And thank you, Irina. I really appreciate it. And oh, just out of the tub, what this smells like to me, especially being a guy that grew up in Colorado around a lot of uh, pine type trees of different types. Uh, if you've ever picked up a pine cone and smelled it, that's what it gives me first. It kind of like a pine cone is woody, nutty type smell, but you smell the pine fragrance that comes from it. Um, and so that's the initial burst that I get from it. Um, a little bit deeper is maybe a little peppery. Uh, Now, how Irina described it was as a hearty cedar, woodsy, musk. Uh, Trying to think of the other word that she used. Oh, I'm so sorry. Herby and leather. Now, right now, because leather is kind of hard to pick out to me for my schnauzer. I don't really smell it right now. I kind of know what people are doing when they do use leather type scents, but just out of the tub, that isn't what I get, and I scoop some out. As you can see, my little trail mark there, so I could put it in my Lady C Creations bug. Whoop. And so it's blooming inside of there. And this is I don't know if I said it or not, but you can see from the picture, Tello Shave soap. So this is a Tello version. The brush I'll be using tonight is the Satin Tip Purist in the black fiber. And got the brush water sitting here. I'm going to pour a lot of that out because what I'm going to do is add the Bloom soap water in here. There we go. So that's sitting in here. And the razor I'm going to use tonight. What's wrong with picking up and smelling pine cones, Manny? It's going to be the Gem Open Comb. So Micromatic Open Comb is what a lot of people refer to it as. Open Comb Micromatic is another way people refer to it. But this is what I'm using with a brand new Gem PTFE blade from Ted Pellet. So that's the razor I'm using. And I found this NOS in an antique shop around here. So I'm very excited. After the shave, of course, the Thayers, and then I'll be closing up with something that's kind of green, like the scent I'm getting. So I'll use the Fine Clean Vetiver. All right, so that's what the shave is going to be. Hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for everybody that stops by live or later on to watch the video. I appreciate it, that you're just curious about what's going on. Gem PTFE, Manny. Oh, that smells good. So today, I got my permanent crown. You get a temporary if anybody that's ever had a crown, and then they ship off your mold and all that to the person that actually makes or company that makes the permanent. And then when that comes back, you go back, they pull out the temp and they stick in the permanent crown. So that's what I've had done today. And pretty much everything's gone pretty well. Just now, everything has kind of calmed down a little bit. Um, it just really has been bothering me through here, nerve wise. And for everybody that's been praying for me, thank you. I appreciate it. Because I do believe that's helped. But anyway, told the doc today, and one of the things that she gave me was I don't know what it is, but it's some type of steroid pack to help with the swelling and stuff like that. Because her belief is that something in here with the muscles on the jawline got traumatized, and that's why I'm feeling it from here to here. So hopefully that's all it is, and this will clear up. It really does have a really nice green scent to it. If you're inclined to like the high country with pine trees, then you'll appreciate this scent, definitely. For me personally, it wouldn't be one that I go to a lot, except when I'm homesick and just gotta smell something from the Rockies, and this kind of reminds me of that. So yeah, and also kind of Christmassy too for those that have had real trees for Christmas instead of the synthetic trees. So that too. All right. So I think I'm pretty well loaded right now. I've got it saturated in the satin tip. All right. So before I continue on, grab my washcloth. There we go. Throw that in the sink. Salute. 4 roses. There we go. Only old crotchety people drink scotch. If you're young at heart, you drink bourbon. For whiskey. All right. Come down and saturate myself a little bit, even though I just stepped out the shower. I'll be right back. What reminds you of the Rockies, Manny? There we go. Coors Light, huh? Well, I gotta tell you, I drank a lot of that in my day. For a cold brew, it's not too bad. Levi, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I'm not a scotch guy. I got a sweet tooth, and I admit it. So anything that doesn't have a sweetness to it in some type of way is just not my number one thing. Doesn't mean I can't appreciate it, or if other people want to drink it, that's fine. But it was funny in the, now I'm trying to remember, was it in Razor and Brush? I think it was in Razor and Brush. Tom Brin. When he said all us bourbon drinkers had it wrong and scotch was the thing. Cool, man. What did you shave with, Levi? I'm sorry, but I gotta have like something sweet to the flavor, and I've tried scotch before, and it just is not my thing. Just kind of like, you know, certain beers aren't people's things. I don't mind IPAs. I don't mind white pale ales. I love Hefeweizens. Love stout. So I'm pretty open to a lot of different types of beers. But in whiskey, yeah, I'm pretty much a bourbon dude. corn, wheat. I don't like rye. Not at all. Wow. And again, Ginger's Garden lathering pretty well here. Levi, Above the Tide, Calypso, and Sterling Barbershop. Good choices, man. I mean, they're your choices, but I like those. I'm not much of a traditional guy that says barbershop is my thing. But that's a good scent. There you go, Manny. He's already calling it out before it's happened. Creamy goodness. Melted ice cream right there. All right, so again, fresh blade. Gem PTFE. Levi, by chance, I'm just curious, how did you come across my channel? And what I mean by that is general YouTube browsing or through Facebook. What medium brought you to see this? Chris Bailey. Interesting. Okay, cool. I think my son's home. I heard the dogs rumble. Ha ha ha. Well, the Broncos are. The best in the West. Right, Emilio? Hey, son. Son.
No.
Are the Broncos the best in the West?
Nope.
What?
What?
Are the Broncos the best in the West?
Nope.
What? Teenagers. Oh yeah, there he goes hacking like an old man.
No.
That's my son. Even though he's messing around, he is, first and foremost, a Denver Broncos fan. Just like his dad. So even if we're like 0-15, we're still the best in the West. Just like the Raiders have been. Right, Manny? All right, I'm going to rinse real quick. Oh, man. I did not even feel those. See these weepers here? They're not like cuts, just weepers. But I'm going to rinse real quick. Be right back. That's not a little girl, that's my wife, by the way. She just has a high voice. All right, back to the brush. So the spots where I had those weepers, I'm sure will be tested by the alum later, but that's fine. That's what the alum's for, to help peel that stuff. Very slick, by the way, is their normal television. All right, Manny. Just curious because you're a Cali guy. Are you football at all, Manny? Like, are you Rams, 49ers, if you're football? Oh, okay. That would explain it because you never respond to any of those Raider jokes. And that's all they are. They're jokes, even though, I still believe the Broncos are a better franchise. But all right. So now this is going to be mostly against the grain, mostly. Okay. Those are sports. You said you're not a sports guy. Those are sports, man. UFC, Manny. Boxing. I grew up on that kind of stuff. Well, I grew up on the boxing. Not so much UFC. But I'm older than you. So, Julio Cesar Chavez, Roberto Duran, Roy Jones Jr. Those are the guys I grew up with. Of course, Mike Tyson when he was in his prime. And then as a young one, just knowing who Muhammad Ali is, and then getting older, just knowing how important his legacy is to boxing. Ooh, got myself a little bit more. I felt that one. Well, they can call it whatever it is, man. It's still a sport, right? Just because people didn't watch UFC back then doesn't mean it wasn't a sport. It just means that people just weren't ready for it. They were like, oh no, that's too brutal for me. Oh. And it is, for certain people. But just for me, I just never got into it. My thing was mostly boxing. And for martial arts, it was mostly just watching people that were really gifted in the totality of it. And so for me, it's watching those folks that transitioned it. What's up, Jaime? Woohoo! Did that slap? Not yet. All right, gonna rinse up real quick and I'll be right back. All right. Apologize for the water. Just getting some of the soap that has kind of dripped down on me that you guys can't see, thankfully. All right, man. Jaime Tita slaps into back. It's not menthol, right? All right. So here's what it looks like beforehand, the satin tip with the Ginger's Garden inside of it. I'm gonna rinse it off real quick. Really does make me miss the mountains in Colorado, because they are primarily filled with like pine trees of some type, different types. Blue spruce, I believe, is the official tree, if I remember correctly, from my grade school training. That's a Jaime move. Brush sniffing. Alright, so that's the satin tip. Rinsing out my Lady C Creations bug real quick just to get the proto lather that was remaining out. Absolutely, Jaime. There we go. Hey, Jaime. Offline, brother. If you have a Facebook thing, get with me offline. Been trying to reach you, but I don't see you. So don't post it here. We'll do it offline. All right. We'll go with the Thai stick. It's the only Thai stick I do these days. Woo! See those? Right up, right there. Instagram? Okay, well, that explains why I couldn't find you. A couple brothers were asking about Leatherworks, and I know you do that, man. So I was trying to point them your direction, but I didn't have anything to point them to, and I'm not on Instagram. But I know you through YouTube, so I just said, Jaime, our brother, through YouTube. I'm not sure if you watch them, but Caleb McCullough was asking specifically for people that do knife sheath works. Caleb's up in Missouri. All right. So there's the razor. Just a nice razor. And again, as you guys saw, you really still have to respect it, even though it's considered a safety razor, right? Because I didn't even know it was causing me weepers like that. But for the most part, they look like they're pretty much gone now. So I just take the blade out, rinse it out a little bit more. And again, that's the gem PTFE from Ted Pella. It's a stainless steel blade. Set my glasses over here real quick. All right. The soap, a generous sample from Ginger's Garden, Hell or High Water. And again, to me, it smells predominantly like pine trees, and specifically a pine cone, because a pine cone has kind of like the wood and a nut type scent to it, because it is kind of like a seed, right? A pine cone. And of course, it has the scent that you get from the pine tree itself that it falls from. So that's what it smells like to me. Um, she describes it as a cedar, um, musky, herbal, leathery type scent. And the leather, I didn't get too much from it. Badger Claw Leatherworks. Brother John in San Antonio. Okay. I still have you in other ways, bro. So I'll reach out to you that way and just know it's me. I'll say it's me. To get that information from you. To point them that way. All right. So, time for some mixed Thayers. It's kind of Thayers, and like I said before on the previous video, I had to mix some generic stuff with it. Oh, until I can get some more actual Thayers. Because the lemon Thayers is just my favorite. I just think it goes so well with everything. It's a pleasant citrus scent. And I don't really care for much of anything else as that light covering. What was that? That was very weird. I'm gonna have to look that up. Huh, that was the razor blade. I didn't even touch it. Where'd it go? We'll have to find that one. A pine sol kind of guy yourself, Manny? No, it doesn't smell like pine sol, but it does smell like pine cone. Salute. All right. Pardon me. I'm gonna check down here real quick. I don't know why the blade just jumped off there. Not even touching that area. I'm here at the sink. That's on the towel. Be right back. All right, I'm back. That was very odd. Again, very odd. Not touching it at all. All right. See that. All right, and now for the fine, clean vetiver. I don't think so, but not a ghost, Manny. Just odd. Oh. Oh, yeah. This complements the scent well. And because the soap is Ginger's Garden, I'm sure she'll probably have a matching splash. Just very generous of her to even offer me to test it in the first place. Oh yeah. Woo! There we go. Healing properties, prayers. All right. Thank you all for being around, watching, and just pray the rest of your work week goes well. Coming into the weekend. Just so excited. I got some things going on. My pastor wants me, he said, disciple him on wet shaving. So I'm going to pull up some products together. I have a brand new brush that I can give to him. Of course, I got plenty of other stuff that I can give to him as well. So I'm going to take some different things to take to his house and let him smell them and let his wife smell them so that they can decide together what he's going to smell like. Um, so that's pretty cool, to be able to do that for someone. I love giving stuff away when I can. So I ordered some things to give away also at the Dirty South Shavers meetup here in September. And as I can acquire more funds between now and then, I'm going to order some more stuff just so that we can raffle it off. So thank you all again for watching, being a part of this, and God bless you. Till next time. Bye.